Red corner. He weighed in at 162.4 pounds, wearing white trunks with black trim, making his professional debut from Chicago, Illinois, now fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada. The legend lives on. Nico Ali Walsh.
Grandfather turned pro in October of 1960. He steps out in those vintage trunks for his pro debut.
Going 4 rounds. You've already received your instructions. Just obey my commands. Protect yourself at all times. Let's have a good, clean, hard fight. Both your trunks are good. Touch your gloves, and let's get after it.
Nico Ali Walsh gives up 2 inches to Jordan Weeks. Weeks, Timmy, is 2 years into his pro boxing career. He has more experience as an MMA fighter. What should we expect to see with Ali Walsh and Weeks here?
Well, I can tell you this, being an MMA fighter, things can be a bit difficult. They do things sometimes unordinary inside the ring.
Ali Walsh right to that jab. Got a little bunny hop to him early on, those anxious moments early in your pro career. Looks for the right hand.
Look at the way Weeks is shooting the jab. Across his body, leaning his head to the right. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Unorthodox. Beautiful shot right there.
Right hand came in from Ali Walsh, and another right hand came in from Nico. How about seeing those vintage trunks, original Muhammad Ali trunks from the 1960s? Made by Everlast all those years ago that were gifted to Nico. And they are back to business.
One thing that's glaring at me is the bounce that Walsh has. Nice boxing.
Oh, right hand! Knockdown scored by Nico Ali Walsh here in round number 1.
6, 7, 8, walk to me. Walk over here. Put your gloves up. Come here.
He's playing to the crowd. Said he wasn't going to emulate his grandfather. He goes to the balls. A big right hand that comes in from Nico. Jordan Weeks is hurt. Ali Walsh is slugging away upstairs. Big shot comes in again. Weeks is so defensively flawed. And this fight is over. A TKO victory for the grandson of the GOAT, Nico Ali Walsh, against an overmatched Jordan Weeks. Takes care of business, and the journey has begun. Look at Flavor Flav, closest family friends, celebrating Nico's victory with his parents, his mother Rashida, his father, who's a retired U.S. Marine Sergeant Bob Walsh, and his brother Biagio, all in attendance to see the Ali name continue on with a victory in the ring.
Listen to me, Tess. I said I'm gonna be fair and honest with you, but I can tell you this, I like what I saw tonight.
What do you like? Listen, that was a completely overmatched opponent in Weeks. I get it. He was defensively flawed. He's an MMA fighter who then turned to boxing. He had no amateur experience as a boxer, 7 professional MMA fights, 5 pro boxing bouts. But tell me what you see early on in this stage of development with Nico Ali Walsh that you say, I like it.
I love the bounce. I love the balance. I love the fact that he's not afraid to exchange. I love that right hand that he possesses. That's something that the Crunk team teaches. You know, Sugar Hill has done a good job with him in the beginning stages, the fundamentals. I would like to see his jab a little bit more sharper and harder and to the point. But This is the beginner here.
And here comes Flavor Flav. Now, if you're saying, why is Flavor Flav coming? This is the closest family friend. He says he's like an older brother to me. I consider him my godfather. So they are celebrating in the ring. You mentioned the Kronk gym, the Kronk style. Sugar Hill Stewart is his trainer, the 49-year-old who's also the trainer of the heavyweight champion Tyson Fury. And he is the nephew of the legendary Emmanuel Stewart. And he has been tasked by taking on Nico Ali Walsh, who doesn't have the great foundation of a long amateur career. He's a very good athlete now, very good athlete, and saying, hey, we're going to put the bricks in the foundation for your pro boxing career from this point forward.
But that's okay, Tess. You know, you got to understand, Layla started at 21 years old as well, and you see how far she did came. If you have the right guidance, the fact that he doesn't have a whole lot of experience, the fact that he's with a real serious trainer in Sugar Hill, this young man with his ambitions, with him being ambitious and also working hard inside the gym and developing, I think he can do something in the sport.
You mentioned his aunt, Layla Ali, who of course was a tremendous super middleweight female fighter and many regard as one of the better female fighters in the history of that sport. And here he is now the grandson, as Richard Sloan, famed boxing artist and corner man, is saying, you know what, we need to autograph this towel, day number 1. And we're going to give it to the crowd. All right, let's get into the replays and show you how Nico Ali Walsh did the damage, landing 20 power punches in that partial first round.
Just the basics right here. Nice 1-2, straight down the middle. Like you said, Tess, Weeks, nothing special, but look at that nice, short, crisp right hand over the top, right down the middle on the chin to send Weeks down to the canvas. And it's the end of the fight. Having that killer instinct.
That last right hand.
You got to understand, knowing that your opponent is hurt, that's hard to teach. He knew he had his man hurt. He went for the kill.